This video is brought to you by Storyblocks. To find out more, check out the link down in the description. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Mike from MOBOX Graphics, and we're back with another video. You know, I was kind of inspired by the Fourier series. It's pretty much the addition of curves, and a really interesting way to visualize this is with segmented links that are connected and rotating at different rates, and tracking the point of one of these limbs or any point along the path. And what you end up with is something that looks random, but yet almost organic in nature because it's so smooth. You might learn a few tricks along the way, but what you're really going to learn is just kind of how to visualize art in maybe a different way. So before we jump into After Effects here, let's just have a quick word from our video sponsor, Storyblocks. If you don't know anything about Storyblocks, they offer studio quality video and After Effects templates, as well as animated backgrounds and a ton of other video assets. If you've ever licensed video or music in the past, you know it can be really expensive. But with a Storyblocks subscription, not only will it not blow your budget, it's also an unlimited subscription. So that means you have access to thousands of high quality video clips with just one monthly subscription. Whether you need corny corporate clips or green screen overlays or just studio quality aerial drone footage, Storyblocks has your back. Since everything on Storyblocks is royalty free for personal or commercial use, including YouTube, you don't need to worry about managing permissions, licenses, and copyright claims. If you're like me, you work on a budget and filming everything myself just isn't possible, whenever there's a dull part of a video or we don't have time or budget to capture a video ourselves, we go straight to Storyblocks. Like in our last video where I needed a very specific drone clip to showcase the zooming text effect. I don't own a drone, I don't know how to fly a drone, and quite frankly, the world is a better place if I don't have a drone. In this case, their enormous 4K drone catalog ensured my project wasn't compromised by poor quality public domain footage. New clips are added all of the time, so I'm always having a fresh catalog of footage to browse. No matter which project I'm working on, I can almost always find my clips on Storyblocks. If you want to get started with Storyblocks, just go ahead and follow the link down in the description. You know, big appreciation for Storyblocks for sponsoring these videos, and let's get back to the tutorial. Let's just go ahead and jump into After Effects here, and you can see that I have the two examples, but let's just go ahead and jump in by creating a composition, new composition, and I'm going to set this one to 1000 by 1000, which is perfect. Duration, I could probably have this to be like 30 seconds. That's probably fine. And leaving the frame rate at 25 is good also. So I'm just gonna hit OK. And I'm going to start by creating a few line segments. Now, you're not gonna wanna scale these at all. So make sure the length of your line is the length that you want it to be, because if you scale it later, when you parent these objects, weird things happen. So I'm gonna maybe create a long one, maybe a mid-length one, maybe a really short one, and then maybe another kind of medium long shape. And I'm going to select all of them, and using this tool by motion or by Mount MoGraph, I'm going to align the anchor points to the end here. You could have used the pan behind tool to move the anchor point. So now I just need to kind of connect these links in any way that is kind of random. To start, I'm going to create a layer new solid, and just a red background is fine. Pretty much, I just like to have my center access point easily clickable. So I'm going to start here with this long one and move it into the center of the comp. Then maybe I'll go with this short one and move it to the end. And then maybe we'll take this long one and move this to the end. And maybe we'll start with just 3 at first, and I'll go ahead and delete that top one. I'm just going to align these so I have kind of 1, 2, and 3. So in my order, it's 1, 3, 2. And I'm going to parent the top one with the one beneath it. And I am going to then create an ellipse. So I could rename these to lines. I can name this one to circle. And I'm going to parent the circle to the top line. And now I can hit R on the keyboard and add some rotation keyframes. And I'm actually going to maybe do something interesting holding Alt and select this, and I go time times 120, holding Alt again, time times 237. I just want some random values here, and time times, I don't know, 47. Whoops, actually, I clicked numlock. It was 47. And you can kind of see we're getting some crazy stuff. I think this one is too high, 237 is too high. I'm gonna set that to 59, and maybe this top one to, I don't know, 70, 78. So now I can take these lines and hit T on the keyboard and reduce the transparency down to like 20%. And you can see where they overlap. I think that's kind of cool looking for this instance. But this circle here is, I'm going to add an echo. So this is where like the intensity comes in, but it's also where like the art part of it comes in. So I'm gonna like make, I don't know, like 600 echoes. So right there, just with that is already starting to look pretty interesting, and you can actually see the pattern that it's making. Changing any of these values will change kind of the pattern look. What I can actually do is I can go loop out, continue, and copy and paste this down. And I'm going to just kind of move these values in arbitrary amounts. And this way I think I have better control with 2 keyframes. On this circle, I'm going to adjust some of these settings. So I'm going to set this to like -0.05, like something, a really short echo time, so those dots are really connected. Set the decay to 0.989, so a really short decay time to get that tail. So adjusting these values just slightly makes a big difference in the way this will look. So that's what makes this a little bit difficult to really nail down, because all of them play a part. So now I'm just going to reduce the number of echoes until it's kind of a smooth gradient out. And I'm going to hit S on the keyboard on the circle, and I'm going to increase the scale over time. And I could also hold Alt and set this to loop out, continue. So this will just continuously get larger and larger. And now I could start adding some kind of overlays and effects. I guess the first thing I should probably do is drag these lines over. So that way we're starting in a position where we don't have the starting point, because with the echo, you got that weird dot where the starting point is, which doesn't really look great. So after taking a look at it, I think I'm going to add one more segment actually. That should give me an even more interesting shape. Let me just render this out and see what it looks like. Okay, so we have something that's totally usable. Again, this is completely, I don't want to say random because it's not random, but the outcome that you get is highly dependent on the rotational speed, the length segment, the rotational direction. So if you have positive or negative direction. So I think that this looks pretty cool. Maybe my other ones were better, maybe they were worse, maybe yours will be better or worse, but the outcome is still the same. You get to see this very interesting effect. So let's now add some interesting things to this. So I'm gonna select all of these layers and hit Control-Shift-C and hit OK. I'm gonna add a fill to this background layer. That way I could better control the color. And I'm gonna set it to white. And I am going to add a layer, new adjustment layer. And on this, I'm gonna add a tint. And this will allow me to just control the entire color of the composition. So I'm gonna set black to like a fluorescent color, maybe fluorescent green. And then the background, a dark color. Maybe dark blue like that. Now I'm gonna add a glow. And I'm gonna add noise. Now, if you know me, you know that I put a ton of noise on things. I just think it looks cooler. And maybe I'll deselect color noise. Let's see. Let's see, maybe I'll come in here and I'll drop the opacity of these down to maybe like 12. Now, one thing I was experimenting with, but it adds a lot of cycles to this, is a star field, because this kind of line is kind of getting larger, or the circle's getting larger. And what if we added a star field so it kind of looked like this thing was getting closer and closer to you? So maybe layer, new, solid, make it white. Add it down below. Now this adjustment layer will affect it, so the white color, or the color of it, will be adjusted by the tint. So I'm gonna add, look for starburst. So again, you know, if I reduce that tint, these stars are little white circles. So we may need to add a fill to this. Maybe make them like gray. Maybe reduce the size even farther. And you notice that they're kind of zooming the wrong way. So I'm going to make the speed negative 0.05, so really slow if they're falling away from you. And then I could add that tint back. So what's great about this too, now that we have all of these controls, you could change the color. And it's all controlled by the hidden secret of math behind it. So I definitely like to show this kind of Fourier connected limbs, because I think that it reveals that, you know, under nature is, you know, the math behind it. So I thought that this looked pretty cool. I don't know how usable this will be for a project you're working on, but I thought it looked cool enough that you might learn some techniques here that kind of change your way of thinking about this type of you know, animation. So anyways, guys, I hope you learned something new. If you want to download this project file, go ahead and download it from the link down in the description on our Patreon account. And thanks again for Storyblocks for sponsoring this video. If you want to learn more about Storyblocks, be sure to check out the top link in the description. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching.